Hey everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Shadowrun Hong Kong! We are investigating murders. A series of murders. And we're going here to do it. Is anybody else going to talk to me now that I've seen the others? I'm gonna go ahead and guess no. Let's just go here then. Because that was the step after, you know, you investigate the crime scene. You then go talk to people to see if there's any witnesses. Porter, I'm at your service. The elders told me that you'd be coming. They tell you about what happened to Tong? Well, he got killed, right? Killed. That's rich. Killed is when a BTL head sticks a knife in you for your cred stake, or the cops put two in your chest for not kissing up hard enough. This is something else entirely. This isn't killed. This is slaughtered like a fatted calf. Watch yourself. It's a goddamn mess in there. Got it. They're clean. Otherwise from all the blood. As when you discount all the blood everywhere, they're clean. So we investigate things. Great. A bloody wall and Tong's buddy. Savaged. Yeah. Okay. So we haven't some publicity. I haven't seen anything like that since Auntie Wong tried to stash some cred stakes in the devil rat's nest. It takes a lot of time to stomach, but we should have waited today. This is seriously messed up. I'll second that. This isn't a murder. This is more like, I don't know, a feeding frenzy. If it weren't for the skin, I'd say Tong stepped on a goddamn mine or something. I guess I'll do it myself. Examine the body. Too bad I can't do that. No emotions of fear. Well, I see. The killer left a mark. What, really? That's strange simplicity. You're right, though. He definitely didn't see it coming. That seems to indicate that he knew the killer. I cannot get Biotech 3, by the way. I have 2 points. The objective is complete already, but I'm not done. I only have 2 points, so I can't get 3. Well, I need 5 to get 3 anyway, so there you go. Even further away than I thought. The thick tracks deliberately smeared. Hey, simplicity. I don't know a whole lot about science or all that, but I know what blood looks like when it hits a wall. This isn't natural. Somebody deliberately smeared blood all over these walls. See how it looks like it's got paint trails? It's because somebody used Tong's parts like a brush. That's a good question. Do I look like a psychologist to you? Well, the shade, and never mind. Maybe because they're a freak. Maybe they're one of those sick serial killers that sees their murders as art. I got no clue. All I know is what noble blood looks like on a wall, and this ain't it. Some people have a bad grasp of art. I knew this guy in Kwantung who used to make music out of stray radio static and panic button calls. Called it Crisis Wave. It was awful. Thank you, Isabel. That was a fantastic. Okay. Can search the bathroom. Immaculate. Didn't exit through here, apparently. Looks like someone looted his stash. A guy like this wouldn't keep only empty cred sticks in a safe. They're damn right. I don't think it was for the money, but I guess he took advantage of that while he was there. I guess I'll debug the thing. Drive arrow and core dump. Recent fires, play lengths, keyframes, and assist peak levels. Tong's SimSynth has been hacked to remove the peak controller levels from the chips he's been burning. The required operation to make BTL chips. The delta wave outputs for these chips push them dangerously into brain burning territory. Wait, what? Oh, someone hacked the machine to create dangerous BTL things. If I can look for the... Yeah, made them dangerous too, I think. So someone stole everything and someone killed him. It may be the same person, or maybe not. Hey Porter. Hey lad, need something? What do you do around here? To catch all category, I guess. I work for Elder IP. Somebody thought it was funny that I called him IP, but you know, I thought it was a capital P. Whatever, I can say IP or IP. Both are the same person. It's a bit like being a deputy. I make sure people don't break the rules. Protect people who need protecting. Mostly I just do whatever IP asks me to do. It's a pretty quiet job most days. Today's not one of those days. I also handle a lot of maintenance. I don't actually do the repairs, but I've got most of the keys. It makes it easy to ensure only authorized people get into sensitive places. Electricity goes down, I let the electrician who fixes the wiring. Toilets clogged, I let in the drone guy who opens it back up. This. Not since I've been here, but before IP found him, could have been anybody really. IP had a key to his place, but the lock's total crap. Anybody half decent at cracking maglocks could have gotten inside. What's missing? Everything. Sounds like a killer looted his place to me. All this talk of monsters. Yeah, sure, there are scary things that go bump in the night, but most of the scary bumps I hear are from handguns and gangers. Maybe. At the same time, that's not what I felt in terms of magic. It was zippy. Wasn't sure I clicked on you. Hey stranger, nice to see you. Zippy toe tag at your service. How are you liking one power garden? Nice to meet you. Let's be friendly because I'm trying to get information, alright? Nice to meet you too. Listen, I know it's a little forward of me to just say hello and whatnot, but I'm interested in giving you a hand if I can. This is my home, at least for the time being, and I'd like to stop these killings. Okay. I've never met before this, but I know exactly who you are. You're my replacement. The elders had me autopsy what was left of the Elder Gon and Elder Nakamura after they got ripped apart, but I didn't want to dig any deeper. So, since I don't know you, and I can smell a Shadowrunner a mile away, you've got to be the outsider they asked to stop the killings, right? There's two, that's right. Say, I have good eyes. A lot of good eyes, actually, if you're in the market for replacements. Only slightly used, and they only come from certified donors, I swear. Man, I kill myself. That was awful, actually. I know, I was wanted to be a stand-up comedian, but all my jokes are terrible. What are you? One of the only trained surgeons around here. I keep the other Wampirans healthy. Gotta practice down the road. Blind Chan's a pretty good cyber duck, but he's basically an implant specialist, and that's it. How do you end up here? I did my residency back in the UCAS. Could have become a real MD too if things hadn't gone south for unrelated reasons. I also decorate too, but I'm better at slicing skin than I see. One power garden seemed a good fit for me. Oops. You must have a lot of customers. That's the chip truth. I have to charge to cover my costs and eat, but it's damn near free service. There's always a waiting list, but it's good, honest work. I like helping my neighbors in the community. We all look out for each other. Somebody messes with one of us, they mess with all of us. The kind of community is rare as gold these days. Many places have an ethos like us. Not the damn course, that's for sure. I've lived a lot of places, done my fair share of shadow running, but this place is special. It's been a long time since I really felt like anywhere was real home. I'm sure I'll move again, but not for a while. I'm not done with this city, or these people. So it's a fairy place? For the most part, other than these killings, we don't have much by way of problems. We do information security for the Triads, and that makes us fairly impervious to anyone who wants to start trouble. Anyone starts something, we hit them in the Matrix, while our tribe friends hit them in the meat space. That's what I'm doing here. Some small-time gangs have tried pushing in here before, but they backed off when they figured out they weren't just picking a fight with Tang and his guys, but with both the Red Dragon and Yellow Lotus. They got the message real quick. What was left of them anyway? Let me ask you about this place. Sure thing, what do you want to know? Pretty gruesome business. Gon died from a broken neck. Looked like someone had wrenched it around, and his arms and legs were cut off. Some skin flayed away too. Nakamura had his throat ripped out by someone with pretty sharp teeth. At first I thought it was Devora, but the teeth marks were all from something with a humanoid jaw. I didn't look at Yatunde. From what I saw at a distance, it was the same story. It didn't seem much point, since I'd seen it twice already. As for Tong, from what Porter told me, it was Gon and Nakamura all over again. You take a look at him, yeah. Watch your own business. Don't be unfriendly. We're trying to get information out of him. Damn, I liked Tong. The BTL business is unsavory, but the man had to eat, and his regular sims were great. Generally all-around nice guy, friendly with everyone, never had anyone mad at him. There ain't no justice, let me tell you. What about the elders? Well, they're an eclectic bunch, that's for sure. Where to start? Anji's the spiritual leader here. She's the voice of the One Parents, I guess. A lot of her close friends are really more followers, since she's something of a priest for the machine spirits. Maybe it's a cultural thing for people who grew up here, but it's never called to me. Still, she makes a damn fine pot of tea. IP's the master, and has an encyclopedic knowledge of cyber and bioware. Definitely a good guy to have watching your back. Not too friendly, but you know how it is. You get a lot of cyber, people start wondering if you'll tear their arms off. He's got moves straight out of Blood Carnival 3, The Reckoning. Terrible movie, but great fight choreography. What about Tang? I don't know much about him, but I think he's got some kind of fetish for automation. Found him cooing over some treads of automated delivery drones in the warehouse once. He works with drones, has a shop called the Blessed Autofab. He was raving about the efficiency of movement patterns or something. You already know about Tong. Ran sims, BTLs, skilled chips. Gang used to be a city planner before he had a nervous breakdown, got involved in statistical analysis. Nakamura came from Fukuoka. I was interested in entertainment, trade mostly. Spent a lot of time analyzing subliminal in ads. Then there was Magpie. She was a chief decker. Hot as hell against IC, and built her own hardware. Salty old woman though, never met anyone who was quite as shrill and nasty when she was mad. And she was mad most of the time. Wait, nobody mentioned Magpie. She didn't. Maybe a month ago she just up and disappeared. I went to her shop one day and she just wasn't open. Nobody's seen her since. Kind of a pain in the ass too. She owed me some new analyze software she'd picked up. I've never heard of Magpie either. She must be one of the newer One Parents. If she was the Decker, she would have replaced Elder Gao. No surprise there. Gao was older than Chen Shihuangdi's Terracotta Warriors. When I was learning decking from him, he could barely get out of bed. Still fast as hell in the Matrix though. It's a stupid name. It doesn't actually have much to do with time spent in the community. There was something to do with it, sure, but it's mostly about how skilled you are, how good your connections are, and how much you can help everybody else. Sorry, connectons, not connections. Obviously, that's what she meant. Should have called them experts or something. Bingo, that's exactly it. She was only here for about 3 years, but she knew a lot of people all over the Matrix in Shanghai, Beijing, all kind of places. That plus her skill. Man, she was a shoo-in when Gao died. Where do you think she went? No idea. One day she was here, the next poof. At first I thought she was just on vacation, since she had mentioned wanting to see the Kingdom of Hawaii someday, but it didn't feel right. She would have at least told me when she was leaving. It seems mighty suspicious to me. Nobody else seems to care what happened to him, probably because she pissed them all off so bad. You know, maybe they pissed her off and she killed them. Possibly. Anything in place? Yeah, I want to check out her shop. It's all locked up, but the other elders have a spare key. Couldn't hurt to look around, and even though Magpie was always butting hell with the other elders, they wouldn't have any reason not to let you in. What do you mean they were butting heads? Magpie and the others never saw eye to eye. She was contrary for the sake of it. Most of the rest had a grand vision for what they wanted this neighborhood to become. Magpie just wanted a deck. She was only an elder because they needed someone with her Matrix chops. Well, maybe they should add into the qualifications cares for her job. Last big argument was between her, Angie, IP, and Nakamura. It was over something relatively trivial. I think Nakamura wanted to expand the pirate trade business into the Matrix, and she just absolutely refused. Why? She said something about not using that valuable bandwidth for trivial entertainment bullshit. Anyway, I went from there into this rant about how she wasn't going to let Tang expand his drone business any further because it would get too much megacorp attention. They accused her of blocking them just because she could, which is probably true. Lots of screaming. What do you mean blocking them? Everybody needs some Matrix skills for their businesses to run properly. There are other deckers, may say, or Mojinebi, but she had the infrastructure. If their project didn't interest her, she wouldn't even give them the time of day. She's a real hardhead about having her time wasted, but she figures if she's not interested in something, it's no value objectively. Kind of a major blind spot if you ask me. Sounds like she was critical. Yes and no, she was, but since she disappeared, other IPs taken over running the Matrix infrastructure. I is not as good at it as she was, but his experience with drones makes him the best candidate. They wouldn't entrust something like that to anyone who wasn't an elder, so there you go. See you later, Zippy. Actually, there was an option to get inside the... Oh, for Pete's sake. Maybe he just can't let me inside, but that's a prime suspect. Magpie, the crazy woman. Dicker. Hey, plenty of people. Breaker Hui. Ho there, you look like a man who understands the value of self-defense. Breaker Hui at your service. And I can promise you, I can help you defend yourself. What do you say? Want to take a look? I'm more interested in information, actually. I have no money anyway. Yeah, tell me what you want. Maybe I can help you out. The murders. Just that Elder's been getting hacked apart. I've tried to stay away from it all. No sense painting the crosshairs on my forehead, right? I'm nobody important, and I aim to keep it that way. What do you think of them? Can't say I associate with them much with them. They organize big trade deals with the Lohojo pirates, the triads, and legitimate businesses. They tell us if somebody's been blacklisted and dispense justice when someone breaks the rule. And that, they leave us alone, and I leave them alone. I'm just not important enough to register on their radar. Know something about her? Never met her, thank God. She ran with the Deckers mostly, since she dealt in chips and software. I heard she was hard to work with. I think the phrase I overheard was she shrieked like a harpy with a fresh corpse. I don't know. You should ask Zippy, though. I was a smart one with a deck, so he'd know her better than most. Who sings the BTLs around here? A Red Spare Gang. Investigate the parking garage, apparently. They run up in here sometimes, but don't cause any trouble. Check out the parking garage south of here, though. They usually hole up in there. Step light, though. If they don't know you and your cop an attitude, they'll put you in the ground. I'll put them in the ground, don't worry about it. Funny thing, I heard there was a shootout with some Hong Kong police in the garage a month ago. I was away in Beijing at the time, so I didn't see it directly. But everybody was talking about it when I got back. Because we don't let the HKPF in here, most times. We shoot them if they try. Every time they come in here, it's bad for us, because they're always looking for a scapegoat. Why would the elders let them in? Nobody knows. It is weird. I would say weird and not funny, but it is weird. No person, the other decker, right? Can you believe this? They've got 4 bootlegs of Echelon 60. The unreleased Enochian Keys double chips show from Brazzaville, but absolutely 0 chips from Shotgun Bloom. The store's stuff's purely second rate. Hey man, I won't let down on Echelon 60. I saw them when they played that unlicensed show at a Choco Tart factory out in Suwon. Show was amazing, even if the police had to break it up midway through the second set. The show might have been great, but come on, Echelon 60's old news. They're already being mainstreamed. I saw a trade ad for the new Mitsubishi Astra scooter, and they were using Main Vote on the Bus as the backing music. Made me sad, I tell you. Mode Nebby at your service. Decker Technologist music fan. If you're not from around here, are you? You don't hold yourself like a native. Yeah, no. I thought so. What brings you out here? This. Oh, that's nasty business. I heard Tong died tonight. I don't know who or what they pissed off, but it seems like a real bad scene. I'm trying to keep my nose out of it. Still, I like this place. Is there anything I can do to help? I don't want to touch it, but hey, I'm gonna help you because, sure, that's logical. We're a collection of freaks, geeks, nerds, and tech junkies. This place may look like a third world bazaar, but believe me, we have stuff here that's cutting edge in almost every field. Maybe it's not as advanced as the stuff from the megas have in their development labs, but it's as advanced as anything you can find in a store. Great. You're the best store around. People from all over the world people come from all over the world to buy and sell here and work out deals for big shipments. We've got contacts with every pirate and smuggling group out in South China Sea, and every major syndicate and gang in the free enterprise zone knows not to mess with us. Not only are there a lot of us, nobody wants to lose what they're selling. What we're selling. The Red Dragon made a play 4 years ago, but we chased them out, scooted off back to Homantin, and they've never been back. That's good for you. It's all about playing the angles. Yeah, I pissed them off, but then we sold goods to the Yellow Lotus at a discount. In exchange, the Yellow Lotus kept them off our back. You don't have to beat up the big guy to win, you just have to make him step back so the other big guys see he's off balance. Stand-up fights are for the megas. We're about survival, just like everybody else in the shadows. So do you know anything about the murders? I'm trying to stay as far away from it as possible. I'm not connected enough to hear anything important. And all the talk about monsters is just plain dark. I'm not afraid of monsters, but I don't want to get their attention. All I know is that a couple months ago, we had elders Nakamura, Yatunde, Gun, and Magpie. And now we don't. She was kind of vicious. To be blunt, she's the hateful, shrewish old badge of a person. It was always her way or the highway. She'd butt heads with the other elders over damn near anything. The last fight she had was with Tang over something or other. I guess she ended up throwing some of his micro drones into a DeFi and threatening to kick his ass around the block.